All right, my name is Jeremy from 231 Web Dev, and I'm in the process of transferring a website from one hosting situation to another hosting situation. I'm going to prepare the site real quick and get us everything that we need to make that transfer happen. So as you can see, this is the website right here that I am about to transfer. I'm going to go ahead and just log into the website. Once I am logged in here, one of the things that I am always going to grab, as you can see right now, all the updates have been done on this website, so we have nothing to worry about. I am going to go ahead and export here just in case I need it. I'm going to go ahead and grab all content. That's fine, and then download the export file. I actually more than likely will not need this, but I always grab it just in case, man. I would rather be safe than sorry. I want to make sure that on my computer locally that I have all the files that I need. This is going to take just a second here. But alright, as you can see now, I've got everything downloading. That way I will know in a moment when I need them that I have all the files downloaded on my computer. I'm going to have to upload them to a new server. One of the things, as you can see, like one of the things that I did is I jumped into the GoDaddy account like in the first place, and I set up his cPanel. You can see the username and password right now. I am going to change that eventually. I did grab a little bit of information from within there too. I grabbed the name servers because I'm more than likely going to need that, but I've got what I need there. Let's now, once we're in the server where the website is located, what I need is I'm going to grab the SQL backup of the database. So if I go into here, actually that's not where I want to be. Once you're in within your cPanel, man, you're going to need phpMyAdmin. Let's grab that up here. And then we're going to want to grab the backup of that, and it is this right here. All you have to do is once you've got it loaded up here on the screen, is hit export. SQL, yep, that's what I want. Go ahead and hit go, and that's going to jump into my downloads folder, so that is there. Let's see, okay, we've taken the backup from the one situation of the post. We also have just downloaded the other backup from the server, and we are grabbing all the files that's still in process currently. We are going to need this. I'm going to go ahead, this is the SQL backup of the database. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the GoDaddy account where we are uploading the website here in a moment, and I'm going to set up a new database. So let's go ahead and do that. Once we are within here, let's go to MySQL databases. And I'm going to create a new database, and let's call it xCycleDB. Alright, let's go ahead and go back here, and we are going to need to add a user. So let's make that happen. Add new user. Let's go xCycle user. I'm going to create the user. Now I know actually that I've got the password right there. So the one last thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to jump back in here and make sure that you connect the user to the database. So as you can see, they're actually both, because I just created them, they're both right there. I'm going to go ahead and add it. When it asks you what you want, man, just give it all privileges. Go ahead and make the changes. So now we've got our database, we've got our user, we've connected that user to the database. Now there's one more thing that we need to do, is because I've got the backup of the other database, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into cPanel here, and I am going to upload that that SQL file into the database. So let's find phpMyAdmin, which is what I need. Right here it is. Once we are within here, we gotta jump into that database, that's all I gotta do. And then we go ahead and hit import. And let's see, choose the file. And that was on my desktop. So that's this right here. Go ahead and hit open. And hit go. As you can see, it says import has successfully finished. It's all good. The domain registrar is actually somewhere else, so I have to change the name server so we can point it to the new server that the website is about to exist on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see. I've got this situation in AceHost, so let's see what we got for domains. Let's go to My Domains, and we're going to find the domain that we need. It's right here, and I'm going to go ahead and manage the domain. Name servers. That was the name servers I had, and that is not what I need any longer. I need these name servers. Alright, to do this transfer, one of the things that we need is I am going to need an FTP account, an FTP username and password and all that so we can get her going. Let's take a look here. If I go into cPanel, FTP accounts right here. I'm going to do one that says like admin. Come on, Gray. And this, no, we are going to want this to be public HTML. Okay, this was the previous one. I used to have one set up. I'm going to go ahead and try to set up a new one and see what happens. Let's say new site. We want this to be, I'm going to call it new X cycle. Let's call this xcycletrim.com. Normally I'm going to leave this stuff alone. I am going to do this too. I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do normal. So I'm going to need to know that password. Which is this right here. And the user was admin at so let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit OK. Okay, we got it here. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, I'm gonna trust that. And it did, it worked. As you can see, one thing that I'm going to do normally is for this, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this stuff right out of here. So if there's nothing in there right now, and I hit this, yeah, you can see that, boom, you know, all you've got, there's nothing there right now, so it's not showing you what you need to see. But alright, one of the things, let's see, what do we got to do next? Let's go ahead and upload the files that we need. So that is all this right here. I'll go ahead and hit upload. And as you can see, it's starting to upload everything that we need right now. We're going to go ahead and do a couple of these other things that we need to do. Alright, let's check the status on this. As you can see, the files are still uploading. This is a bigger site, so it's got a lot of stuff that's got to upload. It'll probably be about 5 or 10 more minutes until that is complete. One of the things that we've got to do is we need to, because we changed the username, the database and the username and password for the new server, we are going to need to go into this site and change the WP config file. So that is right here. Alright, I've got her open. Basically, this is the name of the database. As you can see here, this is what they used to be before. That is not what they are now, but here is the database. I've got that. And then I need the database user. Let's see. Let's paste this right here. And I'm going to need the database password. Obviously, this is going to have to go on the server. As you can see, like I'm uploading a bunch of files right now. I will just, at the end of when it does this, I'll go ahead and I'll grab that WP config file again and just queue it up and make sure that it uploads again. Alright, I came back out here. I am going to go ahead and upload that WP config one more time. I'm going to come out here to the website. I'm going to refresh. And as you can see, the website does now in fact exist on the new server. For whatever reason, I'm still logged in. Let me do this here. Normally, I'm going to do just a couple of things to double check it real quick. Is once I go ahead and log back in, one of the things that I normally am going to do is I'm going to go down here into the permalinks. And I always kind of do this. I'll set it back to default for a second and then set it back the way that I had it and go ahead and save and make sure that everything is working. And I can see that everything's working, so that is all we need. I am Jeremy from 2through1 Web Dev. I do a lot of these tutorials, man, so go ahead and take a look. Thank you.